Welcome back to Sports Radio 95.9 The Fan. My name's Mark, and yes, this is the Mark Moses Show, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. Right now here on the Club 52 hotline, great friend of mine from Vero Beach. His name is Brady Ballard, the man behind historic Dodgertown, and they got a big event coming up on April 15th. But before we get into that, let's get Brady on. Brady, how you doing today?
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Are you happy baseball is back? We're only a week in, but are you excited for the new Major League season?
Absolutely excited for baseball season. I think that's the first step in spring and then summer, so especially to the people of the North, it gives them light at the end of their cold tunnel that they've had.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you know what's funny is I got to take the historic Dodgertown tour with you, which was a lot of fun. I appreciate that. And what was funny was it was packed with high school teams. I know you got colleges coming as well for teams to practice this game of baseball. I mean, what are you guys doing right now? It seems like you're very busy.
Yeah, the last couple of months, that's our high school and college spring training. We've averaged about 26 teams a week that are in for anywhere from 4 to 6 days apiece. So we've had close to about 1,500 games and practices on the fields right now. So we've been at full capacity, and the fields are getting worn down a little bit with all the activity. So a lot of teams from the North finding that warm weather, finding a great place to play, and good competition to come down as they kind of kick off their season.
I was going to ask you that with Dodgertown. So are there a lot of tournaments or scrimmages between the teams that come down?
Yeah, we set up a schedule for them. They make all their reservations. We're a sports destination, so they've had this planned out for months that this is their big spring trip, set up their schedule based on what they can do, games and practices, and it's a chance for them to get outside of the gym or the indoor facility or whatever it is they have to work with back home and get out on the green grass and play some live ball. So, these guys get quite a bit of action, and I think they come down with a good amount of adrenaline because it's the first time outside for a lot of them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're here with Brady Ballard with Historic Dodgertown. Check out their website for full details, historicdodgertown.com. And you also get teams from overseas, right? It's not just USA teams.
By no means. We've had a good international flavor. Back in January, we had an SK Wyverns, professional team from South Korea.
Oh, wow.
Featured a few Americans, even Luke Scott, former Tampa Bay Ray, is a part of their team this year, and I think off to a good start from what I know. Italian national team has been here, and a really strong contingent from Canada. A lot of teams coming down from Canada, club teams, and schools as well, being a part of the spring training.
You know what's really cool is when we're walking around, you're there every day, but it was my first time going to Dodgertown, and you're like, oh yeah, that's where Sandy Koufax would wind up. Oh, there's where Jackie Robinson was. I mean, the history of historic Dodgertown, it's amazing if you've never been there before. I mean, what are your thoughts on all the great history of Dodgertown?
I mean, you kind of feel it when you step on the grounds, and then you for yourself, you get to see the pictures and down the hallway and some of those things. But the primary fields 1 and 2, have not changed since 1948. So that's exactly where home plate was and second base was when Jackie Robinson and Pee Wee Reese were out there flipping double plays, and so yeah, you kind of feel that aura when you're on the grounds, and it takes a little bit of imagination, but you see the other elements that kind of take you back to the people that have trained here and all the Dodger greats that really prepared their season here for a number of championships. You know
what's really funny, Brady, is when we were taking the tour, you showed me kind of like where the motel is, where all the teams play, and then there's a pool there, and it looked like you were in 1970, like you think the Dodgers were going to show up. I mean, am I crazy for saying that?
But that pool was an original piece. Walter O'Malley, he created a venue and a facility that could house all the players, entertain them, keep them out of trouble. Back in the day, you're dealing with the same as we are now, young athletes, young guys, and if you entertain them here with basketball, and they had movies 3 times a week, back in the Dodger days, and so it was all about that, building the team camaraderie, but entertaining them, distracting them, and pretty much making it a place where they could prepare for a season, so the guys today, all these kids coming down, get some of those same advantages with the basketball courts, pool, tennis courts, and then also get out in the community and enjoy the beach and things like that.
Okay, this is for our listeners. I'm going to ask this question. If they're interested in having their team stay there, or, if fans want to go there for the weekend, is it one of those things like, hey, you better book in advance because we're very busy here now starting with spring and summer?
It really is. This from January to end of April is definitely still our busiest time, and we continue to grow the other one. We've got a few national tournaments we're looking at that are on the table. USSSA was just here this past weekend with 83 teams playing between our facility and also a couple of the county facilities. So, more and more activity, more and more awareness throughout the youth, junior, and travel balls of historic Dodgertown, and I think it has great appeal both for the community. It's quite the destination to come enjoy, and hopefully our facilities and the experience that they'll take away from it.
We're here with Brady Ballard with historic Dodgertown joining us here on the Club 52 hotline. Well, big game is coming up April 15th next week. You got to let our listeners know what's happening exactly at historic Dodgertown.
Historic Dodgertown is going to have professional baseball back, but it's for a single night, but we're trying to make it a big event. It's the Jackie Robinson celebration game taking place April 15th, which is the day in which he broke the color barrier back in 1947 with the Dodgers. It's the day when you watch SportsCenter that all the major league guys are wearing 42, and there's he's being honored across the nation. And what better place to have a professional game back where really his first steps into integration started back here in Vero Beach in historic Dodgertown. So the Brevard County Manatees, Lakeland Flying Tigers are going to have a game 6:35 start. We've got fireworks afterwards. Former Major League Baseball Commissioner Fay Vincent is scheduled to address the crowd pregame. We're going to do a great little ceremony with a bunch of youth ball players out on the field in their uniforms, a little pregame parade. So hopefully just a great community event, a chance for people to come back and enjoy their favorite cold beverage, a hot dog or Dodger dog, and reminisce, sit in their old seats, and really just enjoy Holman Stadium. And it's all for a great cause to benefit the United Way of Indian River County. So I think there's a lot of excitement to come out and just enjoy all those things that they used to, for a great night.
What's funny is Jason Redman, who's one of our co-hosts of the Sideline Radio Show Saturday morning, he's originally from Vero Beach. He loves the Dodgers. He loves Dodgertown. I could just see it when he talks about the event on the 15th, how much it means to him and his community of Vero Beach. Do you get that sense as well, being around the community, like, hey, this is a big deal and we need to get more games there at Dodgertown?
Well, I think we've definitely heard people, they say, I miss Holman Stadium. I miss going to Dodger games. And, it's not going to be the Dodgers out there in uniform, but it's Class A ball, so you're going to see some future prospects. And, again, being that the event's for the community, it's got the fireworks element for the kids. I think it'll hopefully open some eyes to let people know what we are doing year-round as Historic Dodgertown, what we're bringing to the community. And then, again, give people that nostalgic feeling. I mean, I know of couples they're carpooling together. They're coming in groups of 8 and 10 and a dozen to come back out and enjoy that community element that they used to by coming out to ball games. So we're excited to bring this one back and hoping for Mother Nature's cooperation and just the overall good time.
I like that. You got to put that at the end with the weather because you never know. But also at Dodgertown, besides baseball, you guys have camps for other sports like football, lacrosse. I mean, what else you guys got going on?
Well, right now, this week, we've got the U.S. Soccer National Coaches Course. So we've got elite amateur coaches that are out here getting an upgraded license, if you will, to an A level. So that's they're here for about a week, and you'll see them out on the fields, and they're doing class work in the conference center. So using all elements of the facility. Next week, we will have the Montreal Canadiens, a Canadian Football League team.
Oh.
One of the athletes, Troy Smith, former Heisman winner at Ohio State and a Baltimore Raven for a while. He's on their roster. So, professional level football, high level soccer. We've got a lacrosse team down here from Michigan utilizing the fields as well. So if you stepped out here in the next week or two, you're going to look one way and see soccer or football, look another way, see softball, baseball, and lacrosse. So that as a multi-purpose, multi-sport destination, that's exactly what we want to be, is to offer that variety.
We're here with Brady Ballard, Historic Dodgertown. Check out their website, historicdodgertown.com. All right, before I let you go, you used to work for the Daytona Cubs, so I know you're a Cubs guy. What are your thoughts on the team? Is this going to be another 100-loss season? I mean, what's going to happen?
If they keep losing one-run ball games, and of course it seems like the Pirates have had their number even when the Pirates weren't as good as they've been the last couple of years. But they lost first 2 games out of the gate by a single run, and then I think they just lost again yesterday by a single run. So whether it's coming down, 1, it's a little bit of bullpen. 2, they need to get the offense going. We'll see what happens. They've got some bats down in the minors at the AAA level, I know, led by Javier Baez, that people are really excited for. So the prospects are in the pipeline. They made great trades in recent recent years, and my Daytona Cubs benefited from that on the pitching arms that they received at the minor league level. So it's in the system. Hopefully they continue to stay healthy, develop, and but you need Rizzo, you need Castro, some of those guys to continue to improve from a down year last year.
Are you a Jeff Samardzija guy? Because I'm not sure about him. Like, he's good, but you need him to be great. I mean, what are your thoughts on Samardzija?
Well, so far this year and a good portion of last year, he's been borderline great. But if you're not getting any run support, it's hard to win a game by yourself on the mound. So if it's a 1-0 game, I think like one was the other day, he's doing all that he can do. So you hear trade rumors back and forth. We'll see. But from seeing him back in 2009, I think it was, or 2008, as a thrower and not a pitcher, to what he is now, I think he's got the physical abilities to be a number one. And like I said, it takes 9 guys in the field to help you out a little bit too.
Okay, I'm going to end with this. We're here with Brady Ballard with historic Dodgertown. I'm going to end with this. Tuesday on my show, we were discussing how Hank Aaron, it was the 40th anniversary of him hitting .715 to pass Babe Ruth. In my book, I think the records are .715 and 61. That's how I'm going. I don't take what Barry Bonds did. I throw that out the window. You're a guy who played collegiate baseball at the University of Illinois. You work at historic Dodgertown. Baseball's in your blood. What are your thoughts? What's the home run record then?
It's definitely hard to disagree with the numbers you just spoke of, the .715 and the 61. What has happened back in was it '96 with McGuire and Sosa. It brought baseball back to popularity even after Cal Ripken's year following that '94 strike. So even at the time, it was a good thing. But hindsight and knowing all that we do now, it's kind of changed those record books. But to me, talking about leveling the playing field, and you had pitchers doing whatever they may have been doing as well as hitters. So hopefully the game today is in a very good place. I think we're seeing that with the numbers, the statistics. It's a bit of a power pitcher's game right now, a little bit more small ball. So I think baseball in general is in a good position, and TV has helped expand it. So just happy to where it's going forward at this point, and I think people will pick what they liked and didn't like out of the last 15 years and keep going forward from there.
Great answer. His name is Brady Ballard with Historic Dodgertown. Check out their website, historicdodgertown.com, and go out for that Jackie Robinson game between Brevard County and Lakeland, April 15th. Tickets are available. It's going to go to a great cause. Brady,
$5 tickets, benefiting the United Way, and a great time coming back out to Historic Dodgertown and Holman Stadium.
Awesome stuff. Brady, appreciate your time, my friend.
Thanks for having me on, Mark. Appreciate it.